Transport television.
My name is Bill Golling, and this is our 1934 Chrysler Airflow CU.
Where did you find this one?
I found this car in South Dakota, of all places. I bought it from a friend of mine who has a dealership there, and I have I'm a Chrysler dealer here in Detroit. I bought it from it, and it had what I'll call a 10-foot paint job, which is from 10 foot away it looked great. But when you got close it didn't. So I sent the car out about a year and a half ago and had a new paint job, had the frame taken off and the frame reconditioned on the car as well.
Now, is this an original Chrysler color?
Yes, it is. The blue was an original color for the day.
What did this car do to enhance Chrysler's image?
There were a couple things that this car did. First of all, it's the very first car that was ever designed in a wind tunnel. If you take a look at the rear quarter, like for instance, the tires are covered. So this one was very aerodynamic, which obviously helps for fuel economy and other things. The other thing that it has is just unique features like crank out windows. Had the first automatic overdrive, so you shift the 3 gears. When you get to about 40 miles an hour, you let up on the gas, and then what happens with that, Amanda? It then shifts into 4th, which allows you, of course, to get better fuel economy and greater speed.
So it's good for highway.
Very good for highways. I mean, it's a wonderful car on the highway. Drives just excellent. It's got a flathead 8-cylinder engine in it. Very strong, very powerful, runs great.
Do you know how many of these cars were made?
Roughly in Chrysler, my understanding is about 15,000 for the 4 years. So there aren't a lot of them left in today's times.
Can you tell me anything that's unusual about the car?
As I mentioned before, you have cooling vents behind you. You can take a look on the side that open on up. In 1935, the next year, those became more just looking type thing. The other thing that happens on the front doors, there's a lever, so that what you can do is you can put the full window down, or you can throw the lever, and what happens, the vent window stays up. The window can be like this, or you can put the lever like so, and you'll notice that now the vent window stays in place. And then this will then crank on out. So like the smokers of the day, you could flick your ashes out the side types of thing. But the nice thing about it is if you want more air inside the car, put that back down, and there you go. You can also see that the front window is open. So you've got a crank that you can open on up the front window, allow more air into the car. Probably wouldn't pass today's crashworthiness, would it?
Successful?
A couple things as far as that goes. For instance, the styling of this car was radically different for its day. For instance, the headlights are in the body, which you can see on the front. Most of the cars had them hanging on a fender.
This is how you get into the trunk. So when you're sitting in the back seat, you just keep sleep in the trunk.
Everything's protected. Everything's on the inside, so nothing gets wet when you go to it, but a little awkward to do. That's why in 1935 they put access from the outside.
You won an award here today. What does that mean for you?
Well, obviously we're very proud to win an award. Anytime you come to a place like this, amongst all the other great cars out here, for ours to do this well is just, we're very proud of it.
Well, friends, that's a wrap. So until next time, I'm Rick Walker reminding you, when you can't get to the car show, we will bring the car show to you. Catch you next time right here on the next edition of SST.
been a Maverick Multimedia production.